Welcome to the Man Utd stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday morning and, well, what can I say? Last night was emotionally draining. Not for the loss on penalties to a League Two side that collectively earn £60,000 per week, in comparison to the Man Utd players who are some of the most highest paid footballers on planet Earth. But the emotionally draining part came when I had to watch Ruben Amorim, our manager, come out and give his post-match interview. It was genuinely difficult and painful to watch, and you could see he'd given up on his players and the project that he was so enthusiastic about when he arrived at United. Just felt like it's over. It just felt over. Even if he wanted to stay, I think it's going to be very difficult for him to hang on to his position now. I think his position becomes so vulnerable now after these losses, after his track record last year. I think it's going to be very difficult because this was his chance to hit the ground running, tell everybody, look, I've been waiting for this. I need my team, my players, my setup, and it'll be all good. And losing to a League Two side in the manner in which we lost is the big problem. It wasn't a rough game, a difficult game, an end-to-end game. It wasn't like that. It was Grimsby Town all over United, and United did not have any chance in real time. It should have been 3-0 and the game should have been over. But United got given a lifeline by the linesman and they then got back into the game with a few lucky goals. I mean, they came out of nowhere as well. I didn't think United deserved to even draw that game. Now, is Amorim to blame for this one? Yes, absolutely. If anyone says he's not, they're simply not watching what's going on and what's happening. He is to blame. He's their manager. But the players that were on the pitch yesterday should have been able to beat a League Two side who played really well. And hands up. I mean, look, League Two side Grimsby performed brilliantly and they all deserve the win. So well done to them. Credit where it's due. They played a superb game. They stuck to their game plan and they were all over United throughout the entire game. But my point is that even without a coach, without a system, without a formation, whatever you want to call it, these players for Man United who were on the pitch yesterday should have been much fitter, should have been much stronger, should have been more skilled and more composed in going out there and getting the win over this League Two side. Simple. They should have been all over this Grimsby side and there should have been no contest in it. It shouldn't have been this close. It should have been one-sided. It should have been one-sided and that side should have been Man United. But the reality was that United didn't even deserve to take this match to penalties. They got lucky even by doing that and giving themselves a chance to win the game. It would have been horrific. It would have been unjust to have a result where Grimsby lost yesterday. That's how one-sided it was. United were the lesser team. And it hurts me to say that as a Man United fan, watching it, thinking, no way is my team this bad. No way are the players out on the pitch this bad. Man to man, they should have been better than the Grimsby players. And some fans, rightly so, are pointing to the performance of Andre Onana. He had one of his normal, typical performances now for United, giving away 2 goals, one from a corner, one from open play where he should have saved it. He is just Onana, what can I say? I mean, we've been saying it for a long time. I mean, you guys who are subscribers out there mention it all the time to us. Onana needs to be sold. Onana needs to be gone. He is not good enough for United. We've been saying it since last season. Onana is not a good goalkeeper. We need a decent goalkeeper. And, well, this is what happens. But is that Ruben Amorim's fault? Did he sign Onana? I don't think so. It was Erik ten Hag. So where do you lay the blame for that? Is he still playing him? Should he have played Altay Bendia? Would we have complained if he played Altay Bendia? That's the problem. So the players were largely to blame for yesterday's loss. But the manager, He is ultimately responsible for what the players do on that pitch. And Amorim, being the straightforward and honest person he is, immediately accepted this post-match in the interview. Now, Amorim didn't come out yesterday and say the words, "I will resign," but he sure came very, very close. Now, we don't normally do this, but this is very, very important. So let's watch the interview together and analyse each word, each sentence, because it's so important and it gives you a deep insight to what is actually going on at Man United right now. What is the manager trying to tell us, and what is going to happen in the future? Let's have a watch together.
Around this stadium tonight, I'm wondering how you sum up yours in the end.
In the end, for me was worse. The beginning. It's not about the result. In the penalties, I was not thinking about the penalties to go to the next stage. I was just. I think the way we play, the way we face competition, in one moment that everything is so important. I think the players spoke really loud about what they want today.
Okay, so straight away, the first sentence, in the first couple of sentences, he says what's very important. I think the players spoke really loudly about what they want. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? I mean, to me, it sounds like he's saying the players have said that they don't want him. They don't want him. The players have spoken really loudly about what they want. Undercover message, but you know exactly what that should mean. That means to me that this guy is taking a shot at the players. Amorim saying that the players have chosen not to have him as manager, or they don't want him as manager. Let's carry on though. This is crazy. This interview is absolutely crazy.
What sense?
I just, guys, it's really clear. I just want to.
In what sense?
To apologise to our fans.
It doesn't give an answer to that.
And we'll have a game now, and then we'll have time to think.
What was missing? What was the key thing in that first half, especially, that was missing?
Everything.
Was missing?
Everything.
11 players were missing.
We need to be proud to go to the pitch. We know that every draw in Premier League is going to be a huge problem. So you came from one draw. We play quite well both games in Premier League. We know that people will get everything in our club, and we come to the game with a 4th division team and we perform like that. I think, again, the players clearly show what they want.
You mean they don't want enough? You mean the mentality isn't good enough?
Players clearly show what they want.
It's hard to
again,
speak.
He says it again.
I'm 7 months here talking about the environment or whatever. I think is more than that.
So then he's asked,
sounds
what
like
do you
you're
think is it the mentality? But he's
tonight,
saying, he says, no, it's not.
You are not. I'm shocked. I'm shocked because we are in the moment. Everything is like we are in the moment that we make a lot of changes. We try to fight a lot of things, but then when we have these moments, we need to show up. If we don't show up, you can feel it that something has to change, and you are not going to change 22 players again.
Whoa. Okay. That's another massive line in there. Something has to change, but we're not going to change 22 players again. Hook, line and sinker. I mean, if there was any doubt as to what what Ruben Amorim is thinking right now, that just clears it up. That clears it up. He's telling us, you're not going to change 22 players. You're not going to do that. You're not going to change the entire team. You can't take out the entire squad of 22 players. It's easier to change one person, and that is himself. That's what he's saying. Just insane. This is insane, man.
What about Andre Onana? What's missing for him right now?
The goalkeeper. It's not about the goalkeeper. With all due respect, against a 4th division, we have to block everything about the opponent. Andre should touch the ball with his feet if we are in the high level. So
essentially, he's saying, look, Onana shouldn't even have to make a save at this level. At this level, playing against a team like Grimsby, they shouldn't even be getting through our defence. And he has got a point there. He has got a point. I'm not going to say that that's not the case, and Onana should have done better. Onana shouldn't even be facing any shots. That's what he's saying.
I don't know what to say more to our fans. It's hard to face everything. and that's it.
What about those who might say, well, listen, you've changed a lot, you'll change the team, you'll change the players, maybe change the formation, maybe think about changing the formation?
It's not about the formation. We play against Arsenal, we play really well the formation. We play against Liverpool, we go to Europa League final in the disaster season with the same system. The system is not important. We can play with 3 defenders, 4 defenders, 5 defenders.
I get what he's saying. He's saying it's not about the system today. It's not about the system. The team should have been enough to go out there and win, and we just said that in the opening of this show. It's not about the system. However, overall, the play against Arsenal, Fulham and everything else, I think it is about the system and it is about the formation, and United need to have an ability to adapt and change the formation when it's needed. And Ruben Amorim has to accept that. He has to accept that his stubbornness to stick to a 3 at the back is not working. And if there's any chance of him surviving, even through this now, he has to change up his system and tailor-make it to each team. That's what he needs to do. And last night's game, yes, it had nothing to do with the system. It had everything to do with the players and the way they were playing. But let's carry on. Let's just finish this off.
It doesn't matter. What matters is that we need to be different, and that is the job of the coach, and you can see that nothing changed.
You didn't watch the penalty shootout?
The penalty shootout is not important.
He didn't watch it, and that is going to be another
trying to see if
thing
we
that's
win
going to
the
come
game.
to haunt this guy.
The sign, the
managing
beginning
not
of the
having the
game,
balls to
during
watch
the game, that's
the penalty shootout, big
to
issue.
Go to the next. It was so. If we win this game, it was so unfair for these guys. The opponent. It's so unfair. So today the football was really fair, really fair. Congratulations to them, and we move to the next game, and then we have time to decide things.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That little bit right at the end, that sentence, we will move to the next game and then we've got time to decide things. That for me was the final nail in the coffin, or final dagger, or final shot in the dark. He's saying, look, I'm going to play the Burnley game on the weekend at home at Old Trafford, and then we've got the international break, and I'm most likely going to go to the board and say, here's my resignation, or let's discuss this and let's make a plan of just getting away. That's it, calling it quits. That's what he's saying, and I have no doubt that's what he's going to do. Whether we find out about it or not, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, if the board accept his resignation, it'll be all in the press. But if they don't and tell him, get back to work again, we want you still here. We've invested millions in this squad over the summer transfer window. We're not going to let you go. We're not just going to let you walk out as soon as it started. But they might not accept his resignation. But where do we go from now? What happens? What happens with Man United having lost to Grimsby Town, and what happens with Ruben Amorim? Well, for me personally, I've said it time and time again. Ruben, just change the formation. You need a solid core in the Premier League. You cannot have 2 weak centre mid players playing for Man United. You need 2 absolute tanks in the middle of the pitch. You do that and you will not lose. You will not lose a single game in the Premier League. And you also have to change up your tactics per game. Not stick to the same tactics and make it easier for the opposition. We heard what the Fulham manager said just after Fulham drew against us. It's easy to play against United. We know exactly what they're going to set up like. We know exactly how they're going to press. And we know exactly how to counter it. It's become predictable. Ruben Amorim and his tactics have become predictable, and everybody from Grimsby to Fulham to Arsenal know exactly how to play against Ruben Amorim and his team. That's where the problem lies. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear the name Alex Ferguson, but it has to be said. Man United used to change up their tactics literally every other game to suit the opposition. To counter the opposition. Alex Ferguson would change his team up, his players, his formation to suit the team that they were playing against. And it was unpredictable. No one knew which United would turn up, who would be playing where. I mean, he would be playing right backs up in midfield and just everywhere. It'd just be chaotic for the opposition because they'd never know what team's going to turn up, which players that they're going to be playing against, and how to combat United. That was the trump card of Sir Alex Ferguson. And that's exactly what Ruben Amorim should be doing. He should be switching it up. He's got enough players in this squad to switch up the formation, try other things. Do not stick to something like this and keep on getting the same result, which is not good. These players do not suit this formation, and it doesn't work in the Premier League because you lose control of the match when you're not controlling the midfield. Saying it again and again. I keep saying it, just like I've been saying about Onana. I keep saying that he's not good enough. We need a new goalkeeper. Lots of people find it very difficult to come out and make these kind of statements because they're negative, they're controversial, and it's very difficult for fans to hear this. Fans don't want to hear that, oh, we've got a crap player, or we've not got our tactics right, or the manager's not doing things right. They want to cover everything up and watch everything with rose-tinted glasses. But it's not good. It's not good because we're just wallpapering over the cracks. As Man United fans, we need to accept that things are not right at the club. The manager isn't getting it right in terms of tactics and formation, and the players are not working hard enough. Why are they not working hard enough? And why does it keep on happening again and again? We need to get the bottom of this and we need to sort this out. This is unacceptable. Yesterday's match and defeat was an absolute disgrace to the badge of Man United. And after watching the game and seeing the comparisons between Grimsby Town players and the United players, I just thought, do you know what? United need to get all the players to sign new contracts, and in those contracts they need to have penalty clauses in there that if they lose a game, they lose their week's salary. That's how it should be done. If they don't win, they don't get paid. If you win, you get paid. Like every other job out there. That will get them working hard. That will get them running around on the pitch. That will make them win. Why isn't this already part of the terms and conditions? Seriously, that is it for today's show, guys. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You were, of course, watching the Man United Stream channel, a channel by the fans for the fans.